It's time for the School Spotlight on the Rockingham Radio Network. I'm Curtis Duncan. We have a great guest. He's been here several times, but the kids are at school, and we have Emmet Rudolph. He's the North Elementary School principal. Mr. Rudolph, Mr. Principal, nice to have you with us. You're just coming off a big, busy read week, aren't you?
Yeah, it's great to be here as always. But one that we had to postpone a week, but for great reasons. But it was a great evening last night, and a great week of fun Spirit Week and activities. But a little wore out from last night, but definitely was a great time.
Yeah, tell us what happened on Thursday night.
Well, we had our Dr. Seuss night. Like I said, it was postponed from a week ago, but for great reasons, as both of our girls and boys were representing our community down at state basketball. So we decided we would postpone it. I think last year we had to postpone because of the snow. So, this year we had it last night. And wow, what an amazing turnout. Our community came out and supported this event. We're always excited to see our own students and families from North Elementary, but there were students and parents from West Elementary, from the preschool, and I'm assuming just community members and kids came as the public's invited. And I know there were a lot of faces that we didn't recognize that we welcomed. And from the time we started at 4 o'clock, we made the announcement at 5 minutes to go. Before 6 o'clock, the place was still packed. And I think even at 6 o'clock and a little after when we were picking up, there were still people in the building. And, you love to see that. And I think it was a huge hit. And, every year we're like, well, do we really want to do this again? The work we put in. And that just goes to show that it's enjoyed by the community. And that just makes us appreciate all that work we put in. And we're glad to see all the smiles on the faces and the families coming out and enjoying that.
Well, it's something positive.
Oh, absolutely. I sent a little email to my staff, and I just put that was awesome. They're amazing, and there is so much hard work that goes into that. Not only during school hours, but outside of school hours, from the staff, top to bottom, from the custodians, the kitchen staff, and the teachers, the paras, the kids during the school hours. I mean, they helped decorate some things and made things. It was amazing. It's just a great event, and it's so exciting to see that. It's probably one of my, if not the favorite day of the year for me, is that evening. It's just amazing, and the school looks so cool. We call it Seussville, and it is definitely it transforms into something special during this time of year.
Dr. Seuss, Theodore Geisel, what a wonderful guy, and he, I'm sure, knows, he's passed now, but I'm sure he knows all the great legacy that he's left behind with his books and his helping the kids learn to read. Dolly Parton's the same way with the free books for the kids up to 5 years of age, I think, free books. So many great things. Let's change the gears. We have testing coming up. Well, what kind of testing, and what does that involve?
We have our state assessments starting next week, and they go all the way through April 11th at North Elementary School. And, grade 3 and up and through high school, we have state assessments. But, at our building, we start those next week, and we kind of alter back and forth. And we have 4th and 5th grade 1 week, and then it may be 5th and 6th grade, and then 3rd grade's in there. But we try to do just one grade level per day, so we don't have, several grades. But it's definitely a big process. We take it seriously, and, we encourage families and kiddos that were there through those next few weeks that, we don't want kids to miss school. And we encourage families to take vacations during other times. So that way, it's definitely, we want those kids there. And obviously if you're sick, you can't be there. We understand that. But we want kids to go to bed early, get some, lots of rest and eat healthy and get a good breakfast that morning. That whole time we want the kids to do the best they can. And, that once we get done with that, it's kind of a breath of fresh air because we've worked really hard all year in studying our curriculum and math and reading and science and social studies. We want, all the kids to do the best. And, the next few weeks, it's pretty stressful for the kids and the teachers, and but we enjoy it. We try to tell the kids, don't put too much pressure on yourselves. Go show us what you've learned.
Do they use pencils, or is this on iPad?
It is, believe it or not, it's all went to the iPad. So yeah, it's all electronic now. So I know back in our days it was probably the old pencil and bubble sheet, and you open the test booklet. And,
number 2 lead, pencils up, and begin.
Yeah, and stop and put your pencils down. So
right now.
So yeah, it's all electronic on the iPad. But if you look back to some of those specific rules back then when we took those tests, it's probably the same basic type of rules of what you can and can't do, but it's just electronic and on an iPad now. So we are able to take some practice type assessments throughout the year to help prepare the kids so they kind of know what to expect when they look at the iPad. So it's not something that's new to them. And honestly, these kids have been on electronics, whether it's in school or out of school, they've been on those, so they kind of know what to do, and they do a great job. And our teachers are preparing them since day one with the curriculum they've been teaching them. So hopefully they'll show us what they've learned, and they do a great job, and we're super proud of them.
When do the instructors and the staff get the results back?
I believe we'll have them before the school year's out. The state has gotten better about getting those back sooner. It used to be we wouldn't find out till the following school year in the fall.
Yeah.
And then it got to be in the summer, and so I believe we will find that out before school's out. So that's always exciting. Nerve-wracking, although too. So we want the kids to do the best they can, and we know they do.
Grading individual children or the class as a whole?
It's each student separately, the state assessment, and shows us, how they do individually. I guess kind of like when we took the test.
Okay.
So yeah, it shows individually how they rank, versus other students. So.
Maybe some of the classes strong in reading and writing and arithmetic, and others need a little boost, maybe.
And it's amazing how some of the data will show us, if students. Kind of the trends of we maybe need to focus on a certain area of the curriculum a little more, where if it shows students in general are weaker, maybe if it's multiplying and dividing fractions, or if it's a certain area of algebraic equations. So it is helpful for us as educators to see maybe certain areas we've maybe need to focus on a little more, or hey, we're doing really well with addition and subtraction, or if there's certain areas like that. So the results are very beneficial for us as well as teachers and administrators to see maybe certain areas where we're strong in, and maybe certain areas where we're weaker at and need to focus a little more on.
So the testing dates will be when to when again?
So we start on Monday, and again, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade kind of mixed in. I don't know the exact dates right off, when, but we end April 11th. And in that time, we do have some makeup dates. So if a student does miss due to illness, then we have a couple of, I think, maybe a week or two where we can get some kids some dates there to kind of a cushion to make up. So we've got approximately about a month's worth of time to get that done. Not quite, but we're hopeful to get all that in. And, like I said, we'll do the best we can and get everybody done. And hopefully the results are where we want them.
Good luck. I hope it works well.
I appreciate that.
Goodland School Principal Emmet Rudolph, North Elementary School Principal, is our guest on the School Spotlight today. 4th grade activities, anything special for the 4th graders coming up? Yeah,
so our 4th grade, we got a couple of things coming up that are pretty exciting. The Mrs. Tilton was a 6th grade teacher last year, and she's our 4th grade, moved to 4th grade this year, and they did a soda shop. Which is kind of a neat little thing. It's kind of I guess back in the, I don't know if I want to date myself because I wasn't around then, but probably more like a 50s, 60s type soda shop. But the students help prepare menus and do some things, and they talk about, I think they give out some type of coupons, and I think they do some fun little things with preparation and learn about serving and manners and do some neat little things in the classroom and some different types of skills. But they serve some food and drinks to some of the staff members in our building, and then also open it up to the district staff to invite them down. But it's a really neat activity she does. So she wanted to do that again with the 4th graders. So they'll be doing that coming up on April 12th. And again, that will be for our staff. And the students really enjoy that. And the staff, I know there's a high school staff member that he said, boy, that's one activity he was really looking forward to coming back this year to North Elementary and coming to the soda shop. So it's a neat little activity they do. And they go all out and dress up in little, outfits and things. So it's really kind of neat. So we're looking forward to that. April 24th is probably their biggest event of the year with the Wax Museum. I know it's been going on, probably 4 or 5 years now, I believe. And that'll be April 24th at the Max Jones Field House from 1 to 2:30 in the afternoon. The public is welcome to attend. And if you have not been there, I really encourage you to go. The students put in a lot of work. They dress up as characters from the past in history. An example would be maybe Elvis Presley. The students will dress up, look like Elvis Presley, and memorize, I believe it's about a 1-minute speech that they put a lot of work into. They do research, look up historical facts about Elvis Presley. And you walk up to them, and they'll have a little red button on their hand or a little circle, and you push it, and they come to life, and they will recite their little 1-minute speech, and they will tell you who they are, when they were born, some very important facts and what they did, and then they kind of go back to sleep like they're a Wax Museum character. So it's really neat, and they dress the part, and they'll have a little trifold poster behind them with some important facts. And this is our whole 4th grade, so 60 to 70 kids, will be there around the Max Jones on the bottom floor area, and you walk around, and you can go to every student. Again, we've had Annie Oakley. I'm trying to think of all. We've had
Abraham Lincoln.
We've had all kinds of. Anybody that they can pick from history. The teachers will approve it, but it's really, really a neat event. The kids put a lot of time and effort. It is part of our social studies assessments, so the kids have to do some research. They have to write a 3 or 4 page little narrative paper on it. So
3 or 4 pages. No,
there's a lot of that. So
I can't do that.
It's a lot of work, but they do a great job. The neatest part, though, is that part where they get to go to the Max Jones Field House. We invite the community in. Please come support them. They enjoy that. They do a lot of hard work memorizing their speech. And I guarantee you that if you find some of those kids from 4 or 5 years ago that are now in junior high, they could probably tell you their speech and still have it memorized to this day. So it's very important to them.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Great. Another thing that is important is the 4th grade activities where the students going to Denver for a big trip. Hop on that bus and away they go. Yeah,
so and one more I did forget. The 4th grade get to go to the conservation roundup over in Colby.
Okay.
They get to go to the big new convention center, and they go over there and they learn about soil and some native species and things. And, a lot of these trips that we're getting to go on, as you mentioned, Denver as well, post-COVID, we've finally started getting to go out of town and do more things. So we as teachers and administrators, we're getting back into the groove of preparing for field trips. So this is awesome. The kids are excited. So this is, I don't think we've been to the conservation roundup since before COVID. So
when is that?
It's April 30th. And it's all day. As soon as school starts, when they get there, they jump on a bus, head over to Colby, spend the day over there, learning about native things around the area in Kansas. And then they come back before school's out. So it's kind of a neat, short local field trip. They enjoy it, and again, it's a fun little place, so they don't have to go too far out of town. And again, so it's a neat activity. But and I know you mentioned trips to Denver.
Yeah.
I know it's about 3 hours away, but we've got the 3rd grade, 5th grade, and 6th grade all taking field trips to that area this year. And it looks like I'm trying to get the dates here. 5th grade. I think I missed the date on that one, but they'll be going to the Denver Zoo here coming up in April. They'll be going, they're going to the museum coming up here soon in April. I didn't get the date on that one. I apologize, but they'll be getting to go to the museum. Again, looking forward to that. I know they've got a lot of activities planned. They go, and then they also get to go to the IMAX theater. I don't know what exactly it's called, but I know they get to go in and watch some movie there, so they're pretty pumped about that. And I know the 3rd grade will be going April 22nd to the zoo. And so, again, pretty excited. We haven't been there in a while. They'll be going again all-day event, but go get to the zoo, walk around, and they get to see a lot of things that we don't get to when you live here in Goodland. Sixth grade will be then going May 1st to the Denver Zoo as well. And what's neat about that is, with us not being able to go, is these sixth graders haven't been to the zoo with our school anyway. So that's why we're kind of doubling, and they both are going to that spot. But sometimes we say, well, we're going clear to Denver, but a lot of these kids, unfortunately, when we're in school, a lot of these kids don't get that opportunity to maybe go on a big field trip like that. So we're able to provide that for them. It's awesome. And when we do fundraisers with Site Council and things like that, some of those funds that we raise help provide for funds that we're able to pay for some of these field trips. So we're excited to be able to take our kids on field trips, get them out of town, give them some experiences that they're not able to otherwise maybe do. So whether it's seeing the Natural Science Museum out there in Denver, or going to a zoo and seeing some animals and critters and some of those experiences you don't get to see in Goodland, we love being able to give them that opportunity. So whenever you support our kids with a fundraiser at North with the Site Council and give us some funds so we can give that to them, we appreciate that so much because it gives them that opportunity.
I think, too, we can't forget the part that there are some youngsters in town that have not basically been out of the county.
Yeah, there's
and that's hard to think about, but it's very, very true.
Yeah, and even when we talk about like the fourth grade, they missed out on the opportunity to go to the circus this year with the Shrine Circus because of the weather. They will hopefully get that opportunity as fifth grade next year. We'll hopefully, as Shriners, will be able to send them to the fourth grade and fifth grade to the circus. Another opportunity where these are experiences that they'll remember for the rest of their lives. So again, like you said, sending them outside of Goodland, outside of our county, sometimes is a great opportunity, and maybe some once in a lifetime opportunity for some. So we love being able to do that. And again, we appreciate everybody supporting that when we do those fundraisers to help fund those opportunities for the kiddos.
It's always a lot of fun for the kids, and you get to work with the youngsters at very formative ages. Certainly kindergarten through second grade is good, but third through fourth, fifth, and sixth has to be pretty good, too, on your end.
Oh, absolutely. From us talking about these field trips to talking about like our Dr. Seuss night last night, seeing families doing things together, and also the smiles on the kids' faces. There's nothing better than giving the opportunity to see kids smile, or those learning opportunities that you're able to help them with. And, again, I'll give that shout out to the staff at North Elementary, and then, all the district, the K through 12. Mm-hmm. Our staff does an amazing job, and the support staff, the administrators, we try to give all those kids that opportunity. And I think that's why we're in the business we're in, is when you see a kid smile, that's all it takes is one kid. When you do that, tell you what, melts your heart, and you hope to continue to do that every day. And that's what we're here to provide, is a great opportunity for the kids.
Plus, you're creating memories for the kids to relive many times.
Yeah, and you're hopeful that they can pass that on, hopefully to the next generation of their kiddos someday. So, that's what we're here for, and we want to promote that, and we have the community support. It makes it even better. So, we're glad we're able to give the kids the opportunities, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
Yeah. A couple things I'm curious about on paraprofessionals and bus drivers. You also drive a bus now and then, I would imagine. But how are we doing on those areas? Do we need more?
Oh, I think we're always looking for help in those areas. I think if you go to our website, I think it's probably still up that we're looking for paraprofessionals or bus drivers, and I think that's something that will always be there. Substitute teachers as well. We're always looking for some help, and those we can't make a school run without those important individuals. Obviously we need teachers and custodians and cooks, but the paras and the bus drivers are important pieces to the puzzle. And without them, we can't get the kids to school. We can't get the extra assistance in the classroom. So everybody plays an important part. So yeah, we're always looking for extra help. So again, if anybody's ever interested in those, I'm sure if you go to our USD 352 website, I know there's probably applications on there. So fill those out and let us know if you're available. So, but yeah, it takes a village. So we're happy to take anybody that is able to maybe help us out. And if you're qualified to do those things, we'd be glad to check out your application and see if you can give us some help and assist us in helping out the kiddos.
Great. What else? Did we hit everything?
Oh, I think we've got most of those things, but I guess I'll go back to the big night of Dr. Seuss, of everybody that put that together. Once you get finished with some big activity like that, it's just a big breath of fresh air and a big, we're done. But all the time and energy we put in, and again, I don't have a number exactly of how many people came last night. I know we were counting kind of our after school program, kiddos that came through. But I know from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it didn't stop. And I think you and I talked a little bit. I think we made over 480 cookies, and we only had a couple dozen cookies left. And, we'd reached out to David Branda and getting some popcorn, and we had snacks from site council parents, and on and on. And like I said, the cooks baked the cookies for us, and Mr. Lehman got us Gatorade. I mean, there's so many people that we could go on to thank of helping us get that ready. And a lot of that stuff is gone. So we had a great turnout. And again, thank parents for being there and bringing the kids, because if no one shows up, it'd be kind of lonely with people there. And I forgot to mention, we had Thing 1 and Thing 2 were there, a little bit crazy. The Grinch and Max showed up.
Oh,
Grinch was naughty as ever.
Great Dr. Seuss characters.
Yeah, the Lorax was there. Of course, the Cat in the Hat was there too. So you want to talk about a great group of characters. And we're always trying to improve and trying to find more of those characters to show up. So, I think that all the hard work that was put in, and big thanks to everybody. It was just a great time. And the week leading up, the kids, we had, like a spirit week. To see the kids, the parents helping with getting their kids to dress up, whether it was Wacky Wednesday or Crazy Sock Day, Crazy Hair Day. One of the days I liked was it was Color Day, different grades dressed in different colors, whether it was red, blue, orange, green, whatever color.
Yeah, how was that?
Oh, it was awesome, because kids had, whether it was their sweatpants or their shirts or their coats or their things in their hair. I told the staff, I think we just need to have random days where we dress in different grade levels of different colors. You could see the kids smile, I guess the vibrant colors. And I know one of Dr. Seuss's books is My Many Colored Days, I believe. And I said, wow, that was awesome. I said, we need to do that more often, just have random days. So, when you have spirit weeks like that, the kids seem more excited. It just livens things up. So, what a great week and a great event, and just the support again from the community was awesome. So,
yeah.
I keep going back to that. It's just a great time from everybody. A lot of hard work put into it. So again, shout out to the North Elementary staff and everybody that helped them. It was an awesome time. And you hate to see it end, because at some point you take all those decorations down and then you're like, oh, all that work. But no, it was a great time, and I'm sure we'll be back at it again next year.
I believe it. And that's our school spotlight today. Emmet Rudolph, principal at North Elementary School. He's going to recuperate, and then they'll get into the big reading state assessment test coming up. I'm Curtis Duncan. That's our spotlight for today on the Rockingham Radio Network. Thank you so much for being with us and supporting your schools and your students.